Welcome to the CTA Foundation CES interview series. My name is Steve Ewell, and I'm Executive Director of the Consumer Technology Association Foundation. And it's my joy to turn the tables on someone today because I am joined by Paul Amadeus Lane, the Bureau Chief of ABC News Radio KMET, the host of the Tech Zone, the host of the Entertainment Zone, an incredible leader and disability advocate. So welcome, Paul. So happy to have you back at CES this year.
Steve, it is so great to see you, to talk with you. And full disclosure, I am the worst interview subject in the world. So if I look like a glazed donut or deer in the headlights, I apologize, my friend.
No, that's all right. Because, for full disclosure to everyone, Paul brings me onto his Tech Zone show throughout the year so we can highlight the work of the CTA Foundation, but we never really get a chance to highlight the work that you're doing. So I like to have the chance to turn it around and really talk about the ways that you're engaging with technology and the way that you're able to share the word about how technology can help people across the disability spectrum. So first off, can you really share a little bit about both the Tech Zone and Entertainment Zone, and what is the focus of those shows?
Well, for the Tech Zone, it's really highlighting things that are happening in the tech world. I remember when I started off as the host of a morning show at a Southern California NBC radio affiliate many years ago. When I got the job, I told the owner, I said, you got to let me take the show on the road to CES. I've always been a fan of going there when I had my own car audio shop and cell phone business. So I really wanted to let the audience know about some of the great technology out there. And Steve, interesting thing happened. I used to try to run away from my disability. I really didn't want to bring it into the business, but it was like something inside of me was like burning, like when I'm interviewing people in the tech world, ask them about things that can help out our community, the disabled community. And to make a long story short, I retired from the morning show, but I still wanted to do things from the tech world. So then I started to host a Tech Zone about 5 years ago. And again, really having a conversation about how tech is throughout the whole world, how it enhances everyone's life, but again, how assistive and adaptive technologies out there can not only make my life easier, but also everyone's life easier as well. And then I decided to do the Entertainment Zone. I would cover events like Comic-Con and WonderCon and interview some cool people on the red carpet. And I was like, you know what, let me turn this into a weekly show too on the station. And that's those two shows in a nutshell, my friend.
Oh, that's great. And I'll admit, I get a little jealous sometimes when I see, some of the people you're hanging out with in that Entertainment Zone, and just all the great innovators that you talk to at the Tech Zone. So, in addition to your hosting, you are a leader within the disability space. You work with the Abilities Expo, you work with United Spinal, you work directly with a lot of companies as far as helping them make accessible technologies. Why is it so important for you to be out there promoting and working on accessibility?
Again, Steve, it's something I didn't plan to do, but it was something that was like thrown in and thrust in my lap when I would interview certain people, and I would have sometime off the record conversations with them about things for the disabled community. And they would come to me afterwards like, hey, Paul, I want you to let me know about this. Let me know about that. And when I used to interview the folks at the Abilities Expo, they said, hey, why don't you become one of our ambassadors there to help spread the word? It's like, okay, no problem. Let's do that. So, and then even when it comes to like United Spinal, I owe you for that type of partnership right there, because being on their tech access group, one of the members of that group, it afforded another opportunity of me hosting the United on Wheels podcast for United Spinal Association. And then it snowballed into me working with Sony PlayStation on some accessible gaming things and other things that that hopefully soon I'll be able to talk about. But it just, I started to look at, Steve, I couldn't run away from my disability. I was in a unique situation, not only being a member of the media, but being a person who spent 22 years who, as I said, wasn't able. And then when I got hurt, I became disabled. So that unique perspective really made me think I have to let my voice be heard out there, to really talk about a balanced view when it comes to assistive and adaptive technology from both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, and I think that's where it is. It's so important for people to hear and hear directly from people with disabilities. There's one thing for, allies like myself to go out and spread the word, but I can only be so much of a talking head. It's important to hear directly from the people who are experiencing this, and you do such a good job of capturing the stories of others from the community, as well as the innovators who are working with the community. So it really is a great opportunity to just share the word and get it out to a much broader audience, because you're not just a accessible technology show, you're a technology show that happens to also talk about accessibility. So now you've been coming to CES for a few years now, quite a few years now, I'll say. You know, it's always such a great opportunity. Here we are seeing the new products that are being launched this year, but we're also having a lot of conversations about what are the products that are coming, 2, 3, 4, 10 years down the road from now. Are there particular areas within the tech world that you're most excited to see emerging?
You know what? Wow. Steve, being a technophile like our great friend Larry Goldberg over at Verizon Media, I am just enamored with everything. But if I would have to really just narrow my focus, I would say voice activation. And also, as Steve 1.0 Koenig talked about last CES, the intelligence of things, not the Internet of Things, but intelligence of things. I want to see how AI and machine learning is really going to change the way that we live. Smart cities, health tech, even when it comes to just the assistive and adaptive technologies that we have out there. I really want to see where we're going when it comes to smart cities, because I think this pandemic has shown that not only do we need to be able to detect like harmful gases, we need to detect like harmful viruses as well too. So I want to see how that's going to kind of be accelerated. Hopefully, ones who are exhibiting will share that with us. I think that's what I'm kind of really intrigued of.
I think there's going to be some really interesting conversations around all those spots. Certainly we've seen, the past year really build on the conversation around digital connection and the digital divide and how we can bring people together. We're seeing more conversation around, digital health and the connection there, what impact 5G has, and that will go straight into that smart cities conversation of, what are the sensors around us that will keep us all, healthy and living longer independently, and all the great things that we can see coming together from these technologies. So I can't wait to have those conversations with you here at CES and beyond.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Stephen. And if I can, I want to give a huge shout out and recognition to, and not only you all at the CTA Foundation, but CTA in general. I mean, the way they have embraced me over the years, covering CES, and from your comms department to just the ones on the floor, just how much love they showed to me. I remember when I first covered CES, Steve, they had to bring in a ramp so that I can be lifted up on the stage for where my broadcast area. The way that you guys go above and beyond, Steve, it's truly amazing. And I just wanted to, I didn't mean to cut you off in your train of thought, but I just wanted to recognize the great job that you guys are doing when it comes to that.
Well, I appreciate that, and I know we've got a great comms team. They do some great work with media across the board, but That is, it's really in the culture of CTA and the CTA Foundation of, you know, I want us to have the most accessible show possible. And we want to go above and beyond for the guests at CES, and whatever we can do, well, whatever was possible for us to do. I shouldn't overpromise, but whatever is actually feasible, you know, we try to go above and beyond to deliver, and we do. We appreciate all the coverage that you have from the show. You know, that's always one of the things that I'm always impressed of is, you know, coming out of the show when, quite frankly, I don't have the time to see everything on the show floor. So it's media members like you who are able to then say, "Oh, did you learn about this technology and this technology?" And then kind of build the conversation from them. So I'm really happy to continue to work with you and really highlight the work that's going on out there. You know, if people are interested in catching your shows, and I, as a loyal listener, highly recommend it. You know, where should they go to learn about everything that Paul Amadeus Lane is doing?
Well, you know what? It's pretty cool, Steve, how the show has grown over the years. Not only on the major podcasting formats, in addition to being on ABC News Radio, KMET, but we just launched both of the shows on Fire TV, and we're going to be on Roku here shortly. So that's awesome. So the easiest way to navigate through all of that is go to my website, paulamadeuslane.com. That's paulamadeuslane.com. If you go there, you're able to connect with me, find out how to access all the shows, and connect with me personally. If you have any family members who are disabled or who are not disabled, who are having a bad time, you know, I don't mind even reaching out to them with a nice little email and wishing them best as well. But that's the best way they can connect with me. Oh, Steve, I almost forgot. Board member KR Lou, I forgot to give her shout out with the Google Android movie they did with me, a 3-minute movie they did earlier this year about accessibility. That was amazing too. So the team that you have, the board of the directors that's on the CTA Foundation, is some innovators and some incredible people. And I just want to always recognize them as well.
Well, and yeah, they did a great video highlighting your work with Android, and yeah, no, we love all being able to have the opportunity to engage with you, and you know, help as you continue to cover the news of the industry. So thank you for all your work, Paul. It is always amazing having these conversations. I look forward to continuing to do that here at All Digital CES and throughout the year, and then back together at CES 2022. You know, hard to believe how quick time is flying by. But Paul, thank you so much for joining me again today. For the audience, if you're interested in learning more about the CTA Foundation, you can go to ctafoundation.tech. And otherwise, I just wish you a wonderful CES 2021.